Christmas!
Hello and welcome to the Supersensible Steve Show. I hope you're enjoying your Christmas Eve and are ready for Santa's visit at some point tonight. But here at the Supersensible Steve studio, we do things a little bit differently. Let's take a look at 3 alternative traditions for the Christmas period.
Top 3 alternative Christmas traditions that are pretty spooky and are liked by Steve.
Starting at number 3, we head over to Iceland to meet the Christmas witch by the name of Grýla. Grýla is an ogress who lives in the hinterlands of Iceland with her lazy husband and 13 mischievous kids by the name of the Yule Lads. The Yule Lads are a bit more friendly than Grýla, however. They visit children during the 13 days leading up to Christmas and leave small presents in children's shoes. If the children have been naughty, a potato is left instead, which isn't a bad thing in my book. Each lad has their own personality, including one who's partial to slamming doors, one who steals leftovers, and another called the Sausage Swiper, which is pretty self-explanatory. Grýla, on the other hand, is a nasty piece of work. She attacks nearby towns by targeting naughty children and bringing them back to a cave, to be made into naughty kid stew, a classic winter warmer in any evil ogre's book. Grýla wasn't always associated directly with Christmas. She was first mentioned in the 13th century. Her name is loosely translated to Growler. She was a constant threat who lived in the mountains. One particular reference described Grýla as follows: "Down comes Grýla from the outer fields, with 40 tails, a bag on her back and a sword, knife in her hand, coming to carve out the stomachs of the children, who cry for meat during Lent." The festival of Yule is Iceland's precursor to Christmas, and is now synonymous with the Christian festival. Yule is held in midwinter, and its aim is to bring the family together, but it also celebrates the dead, elves, trolls and other magical and spooky creatures. Sometimes these figures would visit in the flesh, as mass figures going around to farms and houses during the season. Grýla's connection to Christmas started in the 19th century. It was at this time she was also connected to the Yule Cat, a vicious feline who eats people who aren't wearing new clothes. To combat this threat, it's tradition for Icelandic people to give new socks and underwear as gifts.
Number 2.
In at number 2, and very close to home, is the Grey Mare herself, Myuu Lloyd. Her origins have been tied to Celtic mythic theories that pale horses are able to cross between the land of the living and the dead. She is represented in the modern day as a horse's skull on a stick. Her eyes are made of baubles, mane of holly and ivy, and she's covered in a white cloak. Villagers parade her around people's homes. Myuu Lloyd can be cheeky at times, snapping her jaw at onlookers, chasing them down the street and attempting to steal things. She can also be found tapping at your window, attempting to scare you. Welsh songs or rude rhymes are performed, and if the spooky horse and her gang are allowed entrance to your home, you'll get good luck for the whole year. The first written record of Myuu Lloyd is from the 1700s in a book called A Tour Through Part of North Wales by John Evans. It is thought that the tradition was started with more unfortunate people trying to find food and money during difficult winters. During the 19th century, Baptist minister Reverend William Roberts mentioned Myuu Lloyd in his book, The Religion of the Dark Ages, and he said that Myuu Lloyd is sinful and should be banned. For this reason, the tradition is now quite uncommon, but still practiced in some areas of South Wales.
Number 1.
Could it be anyone else? The number 1 entry for today's show is none other than Santa's very own best pal, Krampus. This half-goat, half-man creature does Santa's dirty work and deals with all the kids that didn't quite make it onto Santa's good list. His origins can be tracked back to pagan rituals, Greek mythology, and even Satan himself. His name is derived from the German word Krampen, meaning claw, and is said to be the son of Hel in Norse mythology. The legendary beast also shares characteristics with other creatures from Greek mythology, including faun and satyrs. Luckily for you, if you haven't seen him yet, you're safe for this year at least. He visits naughty children the night before Krampusnacht, which falls on December the 6th. If you're on his list, you'll be whipped with birch rods and tossed into his wicker basket. Perfect for taking you down into hell for a year to learn your lesson. He is also known for his long pointy tongue and the chains that he rattles for intimidation. Over the years, Krampus celebrations have been banned by the Catholic Church and other political establishments. Although nowadays, if you ever pay a visit to the Alpine regions during December, you might be lucky enough to view the Krampus run, where people dressed as Krampus parade through the towns, a tradition that dates back to the 16th century. He's even made his way over to the United States, where Krampus parties have been known to be held and a number of Hollywood films have been made. That's it for today's show. Hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.